MP, how you feeling?
Coming right up, the Spurs taking on the Pacers. For San Antonio, currently in 8th place in the Western Conference and looking to move up in the home stretch. Pacers, Spurs is next, right after this. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. I'm Kevin Hung, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sidelines. And a look now at a few years' worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Tyrese Halliburton.
Well, those assist numbers are trending in the wrong direction. Maybe he's been looking for his own shot a little more, and that explains the dip in his numbers. But it's something to keep an eye on.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Johnson and Wembanyama make up the 4 and the 5. And it's Harper in at the 1. And for the Pacers, in the front court, the forwards Mathurin and Siakam. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with MP. And it's Huff in at the 5 down low. So, Greg, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
Now, here's MP. Clock at 4. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Tries it from 9. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Indiana. He's been following their streak game after game, and right now it's up to 13 in a row.
You have to give a ton of credit to not only the coaching staff for having their group prepared to play nightly, but also a ton of credit to these players who have been solid with their rotations, who've been committed to both ends of the floor. Their depth has been apparent. This is a formidable team right now.
Here's Siakam, and finished off by Siakam.
Excellent anticipation of a teammate's defensive ability. Siakam gets out in transition. Nice.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively, and he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit, be tough, physical. That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thank you. And here is MP. He had 35 points last game out. Back to Siakam. Three-pointer. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Castle. Now Wembanyama. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Here's Wong. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Halliburton. And he has been on another level this past month, getting Eastern Conference Player of the Month. MP.
You can see how valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
And they say in today's game, Doris, no lead is safe, and that's especially true when you're playing the Pacers.
The comeback kings we saw in last year's playoffs, Kevin. They conjured up some of the most remarkable turnarounds in NBA history and the most unprecedented run of game-winning shots we've ever seen.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Siakam sets a screen for MP and taken away by Johnson. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Harper wide open, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Wong passes to Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
You have to love the aggression right there. He's got the vertical, might as well put it to good use.
Inside, Harper nails the baby hook.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
MP deciding where to go with it. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Defense has to know this. MP, if he gets space inside, he will finish.
Wembanyama outside. Back to Harper. And stolen by MP. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
The Pacers with the lead. Halliburton outside. On the wing, MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Wong's got 7. Spurs have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Pass to Vassell. Wembanyama, a screen on Mathurin. Wembanyama gets the bucket. That's now 8 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Outside Mathurin. Siakam outside. Siakam off the pick from Wong. Siakam misses. Spurs trail by 3. Pass to Wembanyama. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Siakam. And here's Vassell from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
Just too easy for Vassell. Got to run him off the line.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Indiana. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
So it's the Spurs now. The Pacers making the shot. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Wembanyama. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
Here's Wong. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got 4 rebounds in this game. The kick out to Harper. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Halliburton.
Sometimes the game requires you to just keep at it, so he's got to be aggressive.
Long passes to Huff. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Some big news coming in from around the NBA. We welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's on the phone with the latest story. Shams?
Thanks, Kevin. Things are happening for Philly in the 76ers front office as we get closer to the trade deadline. They landed a 6'10" wing, Michael Porter Jr., someone they're hoping will provide a spark and some spacing to this offense. MPJ can really score at every level, guys, and he's one of the most consistent three-point shooters in the game today.
Thank you so much, Shams. We sure appreciate the update. Here's Castle. The Pacers making the shot. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. To the inside. Halliburton against Vassell. Halliburton passes to Mathurin. They set the pick. From downtown, Vassell grabs the board. San Antonio's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Pass to Wembanyama. And it's blocked. Now Halliburton. No scoring in this one. MP against Johnson. On the wing, Mathurin. To the middle. A nice shot by Huff. Now it's a 4-point Pacer lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
You know what time it is, Pacers Nation. Time to get out for your Pacers.
The Spurs with some changes. Barnes comes in for Stephon Castle. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Harper. Here's McLaughlin. Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Wembanyama's got 12 in the game. Now, here's Toppin. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Wong. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Magic was tremendous. He dropped 35 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Great stuff, Allie. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
MP against Vassell. Launches a 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Vassell's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Spurs. The Pacers with the lead to the left wing. A shot by Nimhard and nobody around. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
I like the aggressiveness of Barnes. A much better player when he's attacking.
Nimhard, the pass to Wall. 50 seconds left in the first. And stolen by Wembanyama. Barnes with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Vassell. Johnson for three. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession. Some changes for Indiana. Siakam is checked in for Jackson. And it's T.J. McConnell in for MP. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by one. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped the game in this series last year.
Here's McLaughlin. Still yet to score. Pass to Olynyk. Just 3 on the clock. He lays it in.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
McConnell and Nimhard at guard. And is out there with Aaron Nesmith. And Siakam in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. When it comes to underappreciated players, Doris, in the league, Pascal Siakam comes to mind.
You know, Kev, underrated is a word you have to be careful with because these guys are all NBA players. But Pascal Siakam is always available. He's a two-way force. He can score in many kinds of systems. And he is going to absorb an elite defensive assignment. This guy is so good.
The Spurs making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. If you look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
That's certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Siakam misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Waters. His last outing, he had 8 points. Bounce pass, Cornet. Here's Olynyk. And the layup falls. Olynyk's got the lead up to 8 now for the Spurs.
Well, Kelly Olynyk is a guy who's noted as a spacer, but right there, mixing it up on the interior. I love it. Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Here's Waters. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Indiana. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. McConnell finds Siakam. Toppin sets a screen for Siakam. Pass to Toppin. His three-pointers off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And here's Barnes for three. They get the rebound. Pass to Champagny. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pacers trail by 6. He lobs it up, and Toppin throws it down.
Explosive above the rim player. Mr. Toppin, have at it.
Here's one. Here's Cornette. And here is Olenek. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Barnes. It's rebounded by Neesmith. Pacers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And a wide open look for Siakam. Connects from three-point range. Now just a 1-point San Antonio lead. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Halliburton's checked in for Indiana. MB comes in for T.J. McConnell. The Spurs with the lead. And Craig, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
For Indiana, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. MP passes to Siakam. And the Spurs pushing it up now. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
MP inside. Castle covering. And Siakam throws it down.
And how about the role reversal there? I mean, slamming it down right in the face of the big fella.
For Indiana, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Johnson's checked in for the Spurs.
One shot.
Free throw good. Siakam. Endures Rick Carlisle, now in his second stint as the head coach of the Indiana Pacers.
But he is a basketball lifer, Kevin. Over 2 decades as an NBA head coach, he has seen it all. Remember the 2011 title win in Dallas. His guidance has been a key to this Pacers' recent success.
And now let's swing it over to Al. LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you. Tyrese Halliburton loves to pass, but he's not chasing assists. He said, quote, I just try to play the right brand of basketball. I like to see the ball moving. I take it ahead. I'm just playing through the flow of the game. Assists just happen with the way I play. Back to you.
He spreads it around. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. And here is Harper. Following the three-pointer by MP. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
You look at Castle, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Here's Nemhard following the three-pointer by San Antonio. And here's MP for three. The shot's good on the assist by Siakam. Siakam's got 3 assists tonight. Castle against MP. Wembanyama, a screen on MP. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Halliburton in the corner. A miss that time, would have put him up. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Spurs. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. The kick out to Harper. Pass to Wembanyama. 6 on the shot clock. Now Castle. Over Neesmith. Misses off the right iron.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Now, here's MP. 15 points in the game. Halliburton in the corner. Traps in the tray. Now it's a 3-point Pacer lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside Harper. Pass to Castle. They get a hand on it.
Boy, felt like he let that possession get personal, trying to answer back with a three of his own there.
And here's MP for 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Ruff's jacked in, and it's Toppin in for Aaron Neesmith. Spurs also with the sub. Vassell's checked in. Now here's Harper. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
A solid three-point shooter. Harper's looking to upgrade that part of his game.
And so it's Indiana with it, following the three-pointer by San Antonio.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Now, here's Johnson. Scoreless thus far. Wembanyama getting it done inside.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Outside Mathurin. Mathurin off the pick from Long. Outside Mathurin. Off the mark on that three from MP.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Toppin against Vassell. Wembanyama, a screen on Mathurin. And the shot is good from Johnson.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
San Antonio leading by 3. Things really clicking for them at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
A three from Wembanyama. The Pacers pull it in. Halliburton passes to Toppin. And here is MP. Castle covering. Back to Toppin. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Halliburton for three. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Halliburton's got it all tied up now for the Pacers. Spurs shooting very well, 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. Now, Castle. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Here's Wembanyama. He gets that one. Wembanyama has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Now, here's MP. He's got 17 to the paint. It's stolen by Wembanyama. And there's the drive. Here's Harper, and the shot goes in. Now it's a 4-point Spurs lead.
If a teammate's open in the painted area, you give him the basketball. Those are high-quality shots.
And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
Wembanyama up high, down hard.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And so MP will bring it up for the Pacers. Outside Mathurin. Halliburton against Castle. Halliburton passes to MP. Tries from 16. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut to just one, and the basket from Halliburton.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
The kick out to Harper. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Taking the gloves off. You like how Johnson attacks the rim once he's there.
Here's MP. Huff passes to Halliburton. And here's MP for three. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Halliburton's got 3 assists tonight. Fires from way outside. That shot missing. MP has been leading the charge for the Indiana Pacers. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. Back to the action in just a minute.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot. Oh, so close. So close. Let's hear it for our contestant.
Halftime is here, and with the San Antonio Spurs in a neck-and-neck game, lots to talk about.
How have they kept it this close? Their D has been invisible. Come on, fellas, get after it.
Yeah, just a few more stops and this score would be totally different. And let's talk now about the trade news. Some interesting moves to discuss.
Adding a top player still with upside is an accomplishment. Porter Jr. with great length, skill, and we know he can shoot it.
For him, it's been about health. When he's feeling good, he can take your offense to a whole nother level, Shaq.
Yeah, but can he stay healthy?
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look exactly wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
The Spurs shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57% on the floor for San Antonio. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Johnson and Wembanyama make up the 4 and the 5. And it's Harper in at the point guard.
Well, this is your 2019 most improved player, and now Siakam trying to become that franchise-level guy, carrying the load tonight.
Now, here's Vassell. Johnson sets the screen for Vassell, and he's good on the 3 ball. Vassell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
Yeah, that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
And he makes that one. And the Pacers lead by 1. Here is Harper. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Mathurin against Vassell. In the corner, Castle with it. Offline with his 3.
If he's got that much space, he's got the green light. He just doesn't make it.
Count the basket. Siakam's got 19 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Wembanyama high post. Wembanyama fighting for it.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
San Antonio shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
One shot.
Free throw good, Wembanyama.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
Siakam against Johnson. MP right side. Count it. 21 points for Siakam.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Castle against Halliburton. Vassell kicks to Johnson. Good on the triple. Johnson's got 8.
When Johnson's feeling it from range, he can be lethal.
Halliburton passes to Huff. Now, here's MP. He's guarded by Harper. To the middle. A nice shot by Huff. 8 points for him. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Harper against MP. Out to the wing. Wembanyama passes to Harper. And Harper slams it in.
Well, Harper spotted a chance for a big play, and he took it. Go ahead, young fella.
Siakam, high post. Johnson on him. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Pacers lead by 2.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Wembanyama. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Siakam outside. Halliburton in the corner. And it's off from 3-point range. The Spurs have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Castle on the wing. Drains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 3-point Spurs lead.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
Here's MP. Yes! And the foul. That one on Harper.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for San Antonio.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Indiana. Huff's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Halliburton for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Siakam. Siakam's got his 5th assist in this one. Outside Harper. Back to Castle. Johnson, the pass to Wembanyama. MP grabs the miss. MP's got 5 rebounds tonight. Siakam kicks to MP. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. A second chance effort. He would not be denied. Wembanyama.
And you got to get a body on Wembanyama, or he will eat you up down low.
MP outside. Outside for Halliburton. And the Pacers another 3.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Wembanyama outside. MP against Harper. Back to Wembanyama. Wembanyama, what a high release on the 3.
That's 2 triples for him. 1 in the first, 1 in the second.
Back to MP. Inside. And Siakam with the basket on the assist by MP. Siakam's got 23 points. Johnson outside. Castle sets the screen for Johnson. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
You know, some guys who rely on their strength aren't great shooters. Johnson, though, is in a different category.
Wong. MP strong inside.
Boy, he's been lights out. You want to talk about an efficient offensive game. Wow.
San Antonio trailing here. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Kevin. Spurs talent evaluators first laid eyes on Victor Wembanyama when he was 15 years old, playing on a youth team in France. At that point, the franchise was enjoying its 22nd straight winning season, but the opportunity to just maybe draft a prospect like Wemby gave them the impetus to rebuild. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Indiana's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Here's Wong. And now we go to our rookie leaderboard to get a check on the players at the top of the freshman class in assists over the last 10 games. MP is number 1. Second, Dylan Harper.
Good passing is such a vital element to winning basketball, and you really have to think their teams are pleased with the way they're playing right now.
Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. Neesmith comes in for Benedict Mathurin. Spurs also with the sub. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Come on, everyone. Get loud.
tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's averaged 38 points, 14 assists, and 7 rebounds. Even if you key in on him all game, he still finds a way to get his numbers.
Right, the skill, the awareness, the physical ability, it's all there, and that's what makes this guy so hard to check.
Pass to Castle. Now here's Harper. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
As he develops his game, I see Harper with the ability to be a great facilitator.
Neesmith, back falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 5 assists tonight. You know, Doris, Tyrese Halliburton has got to be up there when you think about the top passers in the NBA.
Cabby's always amongst the league leaders in assists. This guy plays in the perfect system for him. You want to be up-tempo and letting him sort of improvise and master the position. He is brilliant.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Chalk up 2 there.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Now here's Harper. He's got 9. Pass to Castle. Into the lane, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Now that's how you finish with authority. Show him how it's done, young fella. Stephon Castle is a problem.
And here is Neesmith. From the arc. Toppin can't get it to go. Johnson against Toppin. Vassell outside. And the 3 ball is good. Vassell's got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for the Spurs. Siakam outside. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Siakam's got the game tied up here for the Pacers. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. He takes it in. Cornet with it. Siakam's there. Clock at 6. Here's Castle. Cornet nails the baby hook. Cornet's got his first basket of the night.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Andrew Nembhard comes in for Halliburton, and it's T.J. McConnell in for MP. There's 1:59 left to play here in the 3rd. Pass to Nembhard. Here's Siakam. Now here's McConnell. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Waters. Spurs passing it around. The shot by Bryant, no good. Siakam outside. And here's McConnell. Here's the 3. Good, and a nice assist from Siakam. Siakam's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Here's Waters. Wembanyama, a screen on Nembhard. On the wing, Barnes. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
3 points.
Barnes has got 8 points.
With that deep stroke, I like Barnes' ability to switch between the 3 and 4 spots. Two distinct things in terms of spacing on the floor and the requirements of the jobs.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Wembanyama. Drops in the layup for 2. And it's a 4-point Spurs lead.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Here's Siakam. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Pass to Bryant. Back to Barnes. Now Wembanyama. Covered by Siakam. Outside Bryant. Off target from 3-point range. Neesmith with the ball. Fires for 3, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. After a fantastic quarter, he's sitting on a double-double, and there's nowhere to go but up for him. Right back after this break. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, it's all about physical. It's all about physical. Make sure we're running back. Touch somebody.
Pleading for his team break to be more physical and aggressive.
Something we hear often from Coach Carlisle, urging his team to play tough and physical.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. McConnell and Nembhard at guard. The forward spots with Neesmith and Siakam. And it's Wiseman in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Boy, you give him that much space, he's going to look like an elite shooter.
Here's Siakam. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Siakam's got 14 points now in the second half.
Yeah, he's had terrific momentum all game. Pascal Siakam in his bag offensively.
Pass to Waters. Wembanyama, a screen on Nembhard. Waters can't get it to go. Pacers trail by 5. Here's McConnell. Now Nembhard. And it's Wiseman at the elbow. And that's good for 2 as he grabs the feed.
And how about the confidence from Wiseman on the catch and shoot? He just puts that one up in rhythm.
To the wing on the left. Wembanyama down low. He's covered by Wiseman. 6 to shoot. A 3 from Barnes drills the three-pointer. And the Spurs lead by 6.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
To the inside. Here's Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
Great execution there. Pascal with a pretty pass.
Here's Waters. Nembhard covering. And the Spurs scoring again.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or 2.
Siakam, that's good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Pass to Barnes. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And it's Bryant missing.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
Neesmith, the pass to McConnell. Back to Neesmith. Siakam, a screen on Barnes. Neesmith can't get it to go.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open, and yet somehow comes away empty.
Pass to Wembanyama. Now here's Barnes. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. Beyond the arc. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. And here is Siakam. deep three-point land. No good. Shot missing.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Bryant passes to Waters. The tray. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Pacers trail by 4. Pass to McConnell. Right wing. Siakam inside. And Wembanyama on him. Siakam misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Waters. He's covered by McConnell. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Neesmith, the pass to Siakam. It's up a 3. Rebound by Olynyk. Spurs leading by 4. Pass to Bryant. Wembanyama left side. Can they get it? Bryant's shot is off.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Now, here's McConnell. Wiseman sets a screen for McConnell. And it's finished off by Wiseman.
We understand that McConnell is playing pick and roll. He's going to make the right decision. He has just mastered that action.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your move. Let the record go to shoes at home. Shake it. Show us those moves.
Buffs jacked in, and Halliburton subbed in for Aaron Neesmith. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. In the huddle, he reminded them, quote, "This would be a huge statement if we can finish this off, but we have to stay focused until that final buzzer. It would be a big upset if they can hold on, guys."
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Now, here's MP. They set the pick. Back to Halliburton. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Spurs with the lead. Here's Johnson. Castle against Halliburton. Back to Harper. Trying to get something going. It's hauled in by Huff. Huff's got 6 rebounds in the game. Back to MP. Pass to Siakam. It's good. This game is all even. 33 points for Siakam.
Well, high percentage shots are always at a premium. Pascal Siakam gets a great look there.
Wembanyama, a screen on Nimhar. Drills it from outside. Vassell's got 9 points now in just the second half. Siakam, a screen on Harper. Long passes to Siakam. Up and in on the layup.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Vassell outside. Johnson sets the screen for Vassell. From outside, off the mark. The Pacers have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. And here's MP. MP for three. Buries it from three-point range. Wong's got 28.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
Here's Castle. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Takes a step back. Harper against Siakam. MP outside. Good, and a nice assist from Siakam. Siakam's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Back to Castle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. San Antonio again missing. Pacers leading by 5. Siakam passes to Wall. Good. 33 points for MP.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here is Harper. Pass to Castle. The three-pointer is right on target.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
We want to give you shirts, man, but you need to be the loudest. Can you do it? Let's hear it! The loudest sections get t-shirts. Let me hear you!
In for Indiana.
Number 00, Mathurin.
And so MP will bring it up for the Pacers. 4-point game. Halliburton in the corner. Halliburton converts inside.
When Tyrese Halliburton is looking to be aggressive as a scorer, it sets every other aspect of his game. He is cooking.
Mathurin against Vassell. Wembanyama sets a screen for Vassell. And it misses.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
Outside Mathurin. Now Siakam. MP, the shot is off. Vassell outside. Now Castle. Wembanyama left side. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson. MP with the rebound. Indiana leading by 6. The 8-footer. Halliburton fires. Knocks down the 3.
Halliburton, a huge part of this offense, which is why he has the confidence in these catch-and-shoot situations. No hesitation.
Now, here's Harper. Wembanyama. Jumper is off.
Oh, he will kick himself for that one. That was a tremendous opportunity.
MP with it, and it's Vassell picking him up. Vassell against MP. Let's lose a 3. Castle pulls it down. Spurs trail by 9. And yeah, it's good.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
MP. And he layup in.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Here's Wembanyama. Harper against MP. Shot from 16. That one misses.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Wembanyama rips down the rebound. Here's Johnson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over. Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Now Halliburton. MP outside. Takes the three. A three-pointer. Good. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Now, let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
When I was growing up, my dad would come home from work exhausted. He'd say it felt like he did his job twice. Tonight, you look to be doing the work of a few people, especially on the glass, where you crossed the 20-rebound mark. How exhausting.
I don't know what your pops did for work, Dominic, but rebounding gives me energy. Every time I grab one, it's like I'm filling up my takeover meter on 2K. Shout out 2K. GOAT mode stuff. Just how I'm built, bro. I mean, plain and simple.
The fans are loving it, MP.
Thank you.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dominic, thanks. And that about wraps it up. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And we'll see you next time.
Furthest I've ever been is New York. Oh, do you think it would be nice? Yeah, get out on the water. I think it would be safe. Yeah, that sounds fun.